Hello, Outlanders! Welcome everyone in the chat who's with us today. Please let us know if you can hear us, and then we can begin.
Hey!
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 Complete with a hand gesture, of course. Can hear you all fine. Okay, great. So we could get started. Hello everyone, my name is Forsythia. I'm the community manager for Vigor, and today I have two guests with me. One of them who you may have seen already in the past, the other one not yet, so a new face on the stream is always welcomed. So we have Petr Rajčan, who is our graphic designer, who is the one you may not have seen before. And we also have Petr Archie Vaněk, who you may have already seen before. We do call him Archie within our team. So great, just say hi to the chat, and we can also start with the introductions, actually. Who would like to begin?
I can.
Yay! Okay.
Go for it.
Let's start with Petr. So Petr, could you tell the chat a bit about yourself? What do you do for the team, and how long you've been working for the team, maybe?
Yeah, so I'm working as a graphic designer, mostly for marketing department, but sometimes for something in-game. For example, like biggest thing is key arts, which you can see every season, and like you can see probably for those of you who are on our social media, you can probably see my work almost every day.
Yeah, so here are some key art from Petr, actually. I believe, Petr, you joined when we were doing the season 9 Stalkers season, right?
Yeah, actually I joined since season 9 or before season 9, so I was working on that key art.
I think you worked on the 8.1 key art as well, the legacy season of Preppers.
Oh yeah. That was actually first thing I did, but it's not as big as a key art.
Yeah, but it still looks amazing. So there's that. And Petr also worked on the season for the Chronicles Perseverance and Chronicles Absolution key arts, basically, and all of the legacy seasons in between. And also our lovely graphics that you see on our social media, like the posts that we make with graphics, it's all Petr. The profile photos that we use on our social media is Petr also made that, so yeah. If you
this is the guy.
Yeah, he's the cool guy.
I'm the guy. Cool guy? I'm the cool guy.
Yeah, you are. Nobody said you weren't. But yeah, so I know that a lot of people in the community were always complimenting the key art, and they were asking, who is this guy? Who's this guy who made it? It's amazing. And now here we are with Petr right over there. So that's great. All right. Let's get back to, well, maybe we could show the game while Petr is running around in the shelter. Feel free to look for a game, like an encounter or a shootout or elimination, whatever you feel like.
To. Oh, Anakin. Oh, okay.
Okay, Anakin it is. So, Archie, could you please briefly introduce yourself for our community as well?
Alright, I'm Archie. I work as in QA department, so my quality assurance is my job. So retesting the features, communicating with other guys, reporting the issues, communicating with community department. So if you report us to some features, they will reach out to me. We're trying to reproduce the issue to find the culprit, report it to the dev team, and retest the possible fix for the issues. And also when the new features are being released, we are providing the feedback for it. So that's the base of basic stuff about my job.
Great. Thank you, Archie, for letting the community know more about you. And actually, Petr has just got into an elimination match. Petr, I believe that you also worked on some UI, right?
Yeah, I actually worked on this rework of elimination, and with our lovely designers, and we were trying to come up with like good solution for the loadouts and options, like how to obtain them. So if you see something wrong, it's probably made by me. If you see something good, it's probably also made by me. So
I mean, everything comes with the good and the bad, you know, so
yeah, like there was multiple opinions on it, but overall I think it's actually good.
I think so too.
Good change.
I think like we specifically as a team think it looks amazing right now, and that's why we went with it, because we actually saw how it looked like before you jumped in with your suggestions and feedback, Peter. So yeah, I remember, for example, this screen with the locked loadouts. I remember you asking for some opinions, and it was a little bit tough, but we got there. It was
definitely.
But it's okay. We got there eventually, which is great. All right.
I should actually took a headphone before,
Do you want
right?
the headphones?
No. I can have an excuse to be bad.
No, no more excuses, Peter.
Just get good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually not a console player, so.
Oh, it's all right. It's totally fine. Great. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Some questions. Okay, what can we see? Rework shootouts. That you might be a little bit more specific about what you would like to rework in that game mode. We've added a lobby into the shootout before the elimination lobby actually, but this is really a bit vague to say what improvement you are thinking about. Any chance of getting a PS5 version? Vigor is released on PS5 as well, and
it's optimized for all new generation consoles actually. So.
Yeah, so 60 FPS on the new gen. So if you have PS5 version, you can just, there is one version in your store that you should be able to obtain, and it's optimized for PS5.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have statistics on the amount of boosted encounter lobbies by percentage? Unfortunately not. We actually have Jonas, who usually has these kinds of data, but thank you for asking that. We might be able to bring it up to him so that he can see if he's capable of interpreting the data that we get and seeing these specific statistics that you are asking for.
Yeah, you gotta wait for Jonas to join the stream, and you can ask him this question.
Oh yeah.
He would love to answer these.
Yeah, he's our numbers
definitely.
guy. For sure.
Alright, I see some question about kill badges. So in this moment, I think there is only 5k
yes.
kill badge.
That's the highest.
And the players have been asking for the higher rarity of the badge on higher numbers. We are currently discussing it, and like the killing part is not the only part in the game we are focusing at. Like it's a looter shooter genre, you know. So
if we add a higher kill badge, it's likely that people will start focusing more only on kills, and it wouldn't really be that great because there are others who don't feel like going for kills. They would rather just loot and run away. So.
However, it's been an idea that's been going through the team, like the conversation has been there, so we will see what the future brings.
Yep.
Right.
Alright, will you be giving away some crowns? Actually, so, it's August, and you may or may not have seen some of our posts on our social media platforms. This is the first post that we posted on our social media. It's the Vigor crossword, and we will be posting small activities like these every day up until the big celebration day of Vigor's anniversary, which is on the 19th of August. So you gotta keep an eye out on our socials. The one for today hasn't been posted yet. It's coming out after the stream because we're streaming right now, so we'll get to it later. And aside from that, we also, for example, posted a caption this. So the style of the activities are usually newspaper style activities, those small ones that we all used to see on physical newspapers, and we're actually giving out crowns for the winners of these contests. It should be 585 crowns for the winners, so just keep an eye out. Every day there's a chance to win some crowns. So we're not doing a giveaway per se, but there's definitely an opportunity for you to go and grab some. But we've also, speaking of anniversary, we've also got some plans for a bigger community competition. We're not sharing any details yet. It's a bit too soon. You're saying all, but you know about it already. We will be sharing more details about it later when the time comes sooner. But it's a bigger community competition for everyone to join in, so all the Outlanders, all the looter Outlanders, all the shooter Outlanders are partners as well, so y'all will be welcome to join those, and there will be a lot of crowns going out for those competitions. But we'll be announcing it a little bit later down the line in a few days-ish.
Yeah, we've prepared something for everyone, and then on top of it we prepared some special stuff as well, so there's definitely something you can be looking forward to.
Yep, and these competitions, the small ones like the crossword or the caption this, we've posted them on our Facebook, on our Twitter, and also on our Reddit, so those who are active on our subreddit may also have a chance to win some crowns, so feel free to have a look. And yes, Petr is playing without a headset.
Yeah. I have excuse.
Professional.
Yeah.
No need for a headset. Who's that?
It would be nice, but
bro, I have it.
I know, but I actually am not that good
with
controller player, so.
I thought you were gonna say I'm not that good with a headset either.
Alright, I've seen a couple of questions, so I might address them real quick. So one of the questions was if you can get banned by using in-game emotes. The answer is no. There are in-game emotes that we've provided to the players to use, actually. Another question was regarding badge being reset, and I wanted to say that with current update, last week 12.1, we reworked the functionality of the local saves. So this shouldn't be actually the issue anymore, so if you've encountered it again, we would like to hear from you about some details.
Yep, just post them on any of our social media platforms. We would need details like which badge was it that you tried to put on?
The console, the platform, and any detail that you can provide can be only helpful. I also saw some discussions about machine guns, so I wanted to say that we've last batch of the weapons that we've reworked were the machine guns, and we are currently in the process of gathering the feedback, evaluating the changes, how did they influence the
gameplay,
the Outlands, and so forth. So once we have enough data and enough feedback from you guys, and we mix the results with the analytics, and we will discuss the current status after that. So we are watching your feedback, don't be worried about it. Okay.
There's actually a question specifically for you about your position within the team. Do you ever get tired of repeatedly playing to find a bug or make a reported bug happen again, so reproducing the issue?
Yeah, well, there is a lot of layers to it. If it's an issue that we fix and then somehow it emerges again and then we fix it. For example, there is one issue we know about that sometimes the game prevents you from shooting or swapping the consumables or weapons. And we've been able to identify already a couple of the culprits and to fix them. So every time we release the fix for this issue, it should be less prevalent, but at the same time a new reproduction steps emerges, which is really fun and tedious at the same time. So it can get exhausting, to be honest, but it's it's a job, you know.
Well, you're acting like, do you enjoy this job? Do you enjoy
I
looking
wouldn't be doing it.
for okay.
Like, I've been enjoying working with the Vigor team. We are getting to next anniversary and it's been hell of a ride. I've been enjoying to working on the project, to be in touch with the community with you guys, so it can get tedious and exhausting, but at the same time I've been having a blast, so yeah.
I think he said it really nice.
Sorry?
I think he said it really nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Actually, that's true. I joined like before last anniversary, like few months.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's just awesome job.
But you
awesome people, like whole team.
You also saw the anniversary celebrations as well, right? I believe so, because you were the one who made the cool
Yeah, I was there.
anniversary.
I joined 2 months before, I think.
Alright. Okay. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Any more questions?
Wait, what if people just report because they think that they're hacking and they're not, then they get reported and they're probably going to be banned? Actually, this is not how the pipeline works. As Archie mentioned earlier, when someone asked if they use an offensive emote, will they get banned? No, and it was also mentioned in our previous dev stream regarding the report system. People don't get automatically banned. There's no automation for that. Every report that comes in through the game will be evaluated by the team. So we'll look into every single report and see if things look suspicious, and that's only then when we decide to take action. So don't worry about getting automatically banned. We were aware that there is the risk of unjustified mass reporting, and we made sure to keep it in mind when we were working on the system.
Unless you're doing something that you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, then you should probably be worried, scared, concerned, running away. Pick one of those. But we are aware that there are people who can be reported for false reasons, and there are also others who can be reported for proper, truthful, honest reasons. So we're gonna take a look at them.
Let's swap for a game.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Okay, and no excuses this time. You've got a headset right there. You just need to grab it.
Okay. Yeah, well.
You need to be better anyway, so...
I will be still focusing on a chat and you guys as well, so it will be just a chill game. Okay.
Yeah.
Any more interesting question?
Has there been a talk of how elimination reward currently encourages tanking? And do devs agree that that encouraging tanking is dumb? Well, tanking a game is never ideal. It's not fair for your teammates, and it's just bad sportsmanship, I guess. When you tank a game and when you fail on purpose just to get a different crate, you're actually hurting the, let's say, morale of the team, even though you might not know them. And you can get reported for that, actually. And also, we did we did tweak or improve the rewards for elimination with update 12.1. You should be getting 1,000 XP. Oh, careful now. You're gonna break the controller. But you should be getting 1,000 XP every time you win with an elimination crate. And I believe that the proportions of the scoring depend on how many people there are in your team when the game ends and such. So we did tweak it as we said we would. We did say that we were going to put an incentive later on for elimination crates, which would discourage tanking the game. And this is what we've got so far, which is the lots of XP that you get for opening or for grabbing an elimination crate after an elimination match. So there's that. Alright, let's see. Are there... No. Let's see.
Are there any plans,
Oh wait, yeah.
To bring leaderboards to elimination and shootouts like in Conscience in Vigor? Not at this moment. Really, like the scoreboard itself is really a huge topic in general. At this moment, we do not intend to improving on leaderboards and transferring the leaderboards to different game modes. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, eliminations and shootouts are great, but remember that they're not exactly the core game mode. They're not the heart of Vigor. Eliminations and shootouts are something you could play to warm up or spend some time with some friends if you don't feel like going to the Outlands. So, yeah, that's probably why we're not really planning on bringing a leaderboard for other game modes right now.
I have a question for you, Archie. Oh, it's not. Because I was like, how somebody can play on these settings and like.
Well, you didn't tweak them. That's on you.
No, I didn't want to.
I didn't want anyone to see this because it's not how you should play the game, but it's how I play the game.
Because like it was crazy to aim at somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, geez, Peter, you could have just modified your settings if you need to. Alex did it before.
Yeah, that's why I'm losing.
Okay, fine.
Definitely not because of the
No,
headphones.
no.
Alright, let's see what the other chats have to say on our other platforms as well.
Oh, there you are.
Let's see. Ooh, nice shot.
Yeah, well,
Alright, I have to scroll to see the chat. Okay. Whew. What? I want to get out. Oh, well, okay. Tell Archie we love him, says DTV Gaming.
ooh, nice.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Ah, rip. That's alright. And we've actually got some suggestions for things that they would like to see. So, an IFAC hoodie. Would you like to see that in the game or in real life? Like, as...
Marriage?
Yeah, that was my question. Like, they said that they would pay for an IFAC hoodie, so I just want to clarify if they meant in-game as a cosmetic or merch. So, that would be nice to hear some...
I mean, half of the hoodies that are in the game I would be totally wearing.
You've almost got a hoodie for every day of the year. If the hoodies in the game were brought to real life, I think that you would have a hoodie for every day of the year. Alright, let's see.
Are there any plans to fix... I'm sorry for
No, I'm
interrupting.
sorry, go ahead.
To fix teammates being out of the group when we return to the shelter from encounters. Interesting. I assume that it's happening only on PlayStation. If you could maybe confirm that. It's something that has been haunting the Outlands for a while, and it only happens from time to time to some specific group of people, which can be really difficult to identify and catch. But we are trying, and it was happening actually on my personal PS5. That has been a bit tedious. It stopped happening since last update, so maybe if it's happening to you as well at this moment, we could maybe try to ask for more details. So if you could maybe contact us.
Yeah, just as usual, put it through on our socials, because the community managers are the ones who are looking for this feedback. As Archie mentioned earlier, we are the ones who are actually passing it on to the team, including reports and issues in the game. So yeah, there are a few mentions of Vigor merch and that they would like more of it, or if our store is going to get a revamp because they would like more merch.
I think it's one of our partners. Or
There
veterans.
was many people asking
No,
about
it wasn't
merch.
just one person, it was
Okay.
a lot of them.
Yeah, I was just like going through it, like everybody wanted something.
Yeah, well, we would like to have more merch in the future for sure, so we were trying to collect some feedback to see if y'all would be interested in lighters. Actually, Peter was the one who made the graphic for that, and I remember asking him for it, like, "Hi Peter, please, I need this kind of thing for our socials."
As usual.
Yeah, but it's a lot of times when because you have a lot on your plate, like
Yeah,
you don't just
now it's a little bit hectic with all of this stuff.
yeah, because you're also working on things for the future
Yeah.
of the game in terms of graphics and assets. So we always try to find and squeeze in time for the things that we actually need. But moving back to the topic of merch, we definitely want to add more merch to the store, and if you have any, well, I saw some suggestions on our posts, the ones about lighters actually, some suggestions. Some people wanted playing cards, some wanted the actual trolls, so yeah, thank you for your feedback. If any other ideas come to mind, please feel free to share it with us. That would be awesome. Let's see what the chat has to say.
They want merch. We want merch as well.
Yeah, we also want merch. The Vigor team wants merch. If someone gets banned, is it permanent or a week or a day or months? Well, we're not capable of providing you this information. I don't think it's something we want to share, but those who are affected by the report system will know. I'll keep it at that.
Then we have more loot in the buried cache. Well, like loot distribution is something we are always trying to improve. We are doing the changes. We in last update we boosted the loot events a bit to make them worth again, and it's like continuing effort to make the map level and the distribution of the loot amongst the map as balanced as possible. So yes, that's the answer. I hope, I believe.
Actually, there's a question from our YouTube. What do you think about firing your weapon while jumping or jump shotting?
Oh, that is indeed interesting topic, and I know that a lot of people from the community has been actually passionate about this topic and the discussions going on. So before the update, it was possible to do the jump shooting to some extent, like you would need to start shooting before the actual jump input. However, we made it the opposite way as well, so you can start shooting in the middle of the air, which should feel more fluent in terms of like gameplay and gun shooting gameplay balance stuff. So in my opinion, like in my personal opinion, because I know that a lot of people are in favor of that, a lot of people actually doesn't like it. In my opinion, it's great addition because the gameplay feels more fluent, and you are actually able to do some trick shooting in Vigor.
Oh yeah.
Besides the drop shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. So in my opinion, I like it, but as always, when we release or change, do some significant change to existing feature or add a new feature, we are collecting the feedback and evaluating the changes, whether they were for good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, and this isn't the first time that we've changed something and it had a lot of mixed feedback from the community. One thing that I really vividly remember was when we added the anti-camper bombardments or mortar strikes. We implemented it, and then we actually received a lot of feedback from the community and reasons as to why it wasn't something that was good. It ruined the immersion, it was just too noisy, too loud, so we decided to remove it. With jump shotting, we understand that the feedback is also quite mixed on it. Some people are for it, some people are against it, but we hope you understand that the reason why it was there in the first place is because of the fluidity of the game, like Archie said. So just keep that in mind, and if we would be more than happy, to receive some feedback from you on what exactly do you not like about jump shotting. Just saying being able to jump in the air and shoot is stupid, that doesn't really help. Like, you gotta give us a scenario, like why is it not a good idea, because I can think of a reason why it would be good. For example, in maps where it's very hilly or there are steps, like let's say
nice.
That was good, that was really good. But yeah, so like in maps like Fjallkanten or in maps like Battery Drog, if you're standing on top of the cannon, and you're trying to shoot and you lose your footing while you're trying to aim and shoot, you're still able to shoot. So that's something good that can come out of jump shotting. And I guess it can really play well with your strategy if you think about it. So yeah, we hope you understand where we're coming from, and we still would like to hear some feedback, because as Archie said, we would work on tweaking it if and once we get to evaluate the community's feedback with it. Let's see. Okay, why is the only full color tracksuit red? You guys trying to rep something? Well, what colors would you like to see? I know that some people were saying they would want a full gold tracksuit.
I would love the full gold.
Oh yeah, I mean, sign me up the minute we get a gold tracksuit. That would be great.
Yes. And make it a merch.
Okay, Vigor merch, golden tracksuits. Oh, purple tracksuits. Okay. But yeah, if you have any colors that you'd like to see, let us know. If you aren't a fan of the red one in particular. Alright, let's see.
I like that I can shoot when falling off a rock, yes. I don't love that I had someone pinned down and they jump shoot me through the truck window. Oh.
That's a bit unfortunate.
But imagine the satisfaction of the player if you jump and you manage to shoot the bullet through the window.
Oh yeah, it's like, it's gotta be some kind of timing and really good aim, and like there's bloom as well that you need to keep in mind with the weapons, so there's that. Alright, let's see what the chat has to say.
Is the bug where marks don't show up on the compass in some encounters known? It's you guys are working on. Yeah, well, we've seen the issue. We just don't have enough material to be able to identify it. Like, it happens so rare for us that, and we just get loaded into the map, and since the beginning it doesn't work from time to time, and these issues are really hard to identify, you know, because you cannot be sure exactly what during the server game mode initialization and joining the server went wrong. So if you maybe recognize specific maps or when it is happening, or maybe if you're playing solo or lone wolf or duo, these informations might be actually helpful.
And if it's a night map or a day map.
Yeah.
So really, we meant it when we said we want all the information or details that you could provide us. That's exactly what we mean by constructive and detailed feedback, because yes, we get it, some things might upset people, like issues or bugs, but how can we solve it if you're not telling us how you came to that issue? You know, it's really important for us to know how to reproduce it, because like Archie said, like this one's a bit difficult, right, to reproduce. And I can imagine like getting a really vague report about something like in some map, or if you're even lucky that they gave you what map it was on.
Brilliant.
Can you imagine having to go through all the different scenarios and maps? Well, you can imagine. Yeah, you don't even need to imagine at this point.
I'll try to note specifics and report them. Thank you very much. Yeah. So there was a question about Rafika having like higher recoil than M249. Yes. Well, because we tried to revisit the gun balances and make some even playing field with the while the weapon would be still viable across the gun categories, and the pistols were not addressed yet. So the LMGs were currently introduced with the changes, but the pistols were not addressed yet. So we will get there.
I also wanted to briefly... Oh, are you going to go back into another game, or are you swapping again with Archie?
Yeah, well, I wasn't really successful last game, but I can try it again.
Give it another try.
Or I can wander into
I'm glad we are bad together.
Outlands. Yeah, we are the only Peters in the Vigor team, so we are making a strike team today.
Honestly, I always forget that you are Peter. You are just Archie.
I will never forget the day when Archie came and he was like, "Hello, I'm Peter," to Peter, and I was like, "You don't say that to everyone. What do you mean?" All right, let's see what the chat has to say. Yeah, Alex is like, I only know him as Archie. All right.
The funny thing is for Alex that for 4 months I didn't know like who the Sweet Tsunami is, because I knew Alex and I was communicating with the Sweet Tsunami on the Slack, but it took like 4 months until I realized that somebody said me that basically about Alex and Sweet Tsunami in the same sentence. Like, what?
It's the same person?
I thought it was like some entity who is always on home office.
An entity? Wow!
Hi, Alex.
Any other plans for the anniversary?
Yes, I wanted to do that.
Them.
Thank you for reading my mind, Archie. Aside from the cool activities that we've got on our social media, we also will be having an amazing, longer special stream on August 19, where we will be having more guests with us. It will be longer than the usual amount, so we usually run our stream for an hour, but it will be around 2 hours for the anniversary stream, and we will be discussing many things in there, but I cannot tell you the details because it would just be a spoiler, which wouldn't be very pleasant for the team. So just keep that in mind. That's also why we're having a stream right now, like twice in a row. We usually have it once every 2 weeks, but we decided to have this stream this week so that we could let you know that our anniversary stream is on the 19th. So yeah. And we also got a request from one of our partners earlier that they want Peter to say punch his beard
I've
off.
seen that.
Apparently it's the most important thing here today. So you gotta think of something creative when saying punch his beard off.
Punch his beard off.
That is very passionate, okay? I hope that was enough.
I was preparing for this day, like, since I joined the company.
That's great! You were? Why didn't you tell me? We could have gotten you on this stream sooner. No?
No.
What? Okay, fine. Alright, let's see. There was also a comment, like, M249 is an even playing field for you. Is this dev stream a joke? Ooh, it's not a joke. Archie was mentioning that we tweaked SMGs before and that we're also...
LMGs.
Oh, LMGs, sorry. We tweaked LMGs before and that we are going to be tweaking other weapons as well. I mean, before we tweaked LMGs, we worked on other weapon classes as well. It's like, why is it that everyone conveniently forgets that we are working on it categorically and suddenly they're like, oh, these devs just decided to ruin everything with the LMGs. Like, no, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, and at the same time we are gathering the feedback for these changes and evaluating them separately as well. So.
Great. Oh, huh.
Yeah, I need to check it.
The Seinfeld
Yeah,
episode?
yeah.
Alright, okay, you should let us know about that then. Let's see what else the chat has to say. Ever thought of implementing a baseball bat for melee fights? I mean, we have knives which we know aren't the most viable for melee in the game, so maybe first we should consider what we gotta do to improve the melee system, which may or may not happen down the road, but we are always discussing it, so...
It would be nice in the future. But I would suggest to... or for the chat to suggest the weapons for one hand, because like it's easier to implement for us right now. Not now, we are not doing that because
we don't have time and
because we don't have
resources.
time for that. But yeah, you need to imagine that like for two-handed weapon, it's like completely
Different.
everything new, like new animation, new everything.
Especially the animations.
Yeah, a lot of work. So maybe if somewhere in the future we can finally have time for the melee.
Golden Puko skin, please. Yeah, it would be legendary.
Well, that would be cool for sure. But the John is technically golden, right?
You said you want the game to be realistic. If you shot an LMG in real life, you would have recoil as here it doesn't. How is that realistic? Well, at the same time, there are like two factors to it. We are trying to make the game realistic to some extent, but at the same time
It's still a game.
It's still a game, right? So if the mechanics would be too similar to in real life, what is in real life, that wouldn't be like really fun. So
And it
you need to
wouldn't be our game either, right?
Well,
there are other games for that that are made by Bohemia Interactive. So, sorry, Archie, please continue.
Sure. Other games like military simulators or survival games, and we wanted to add, because it's a console game, so it shouldn't be that strict to realistic part, and we balance it with the gameplay mechanics that makes the game fun to play at the same time. And I'm not gonna address LMGs again. We've been talking about it.
We talked about it a couple of times, not just this time, but also in our previous streams. So, final word on that is that thank you for your feedback. We're always collecting it, and we will be having a look and assessing what we could do feasibly on our end to accommodate your feedback. There's a question. What do you plan to put in the shop for the anniversary? A couple of things actually. Some cool cosmetics for sure. You'll be able to look out for them in the shops when our anniversary comes sooner, or comes closer rather. It's a bit too early right now, so it won't be in the shop right now, but in a couple of days or so you could have a look at the shop. We definitely will have some uniforms. We'll have some weapon skins for you. Not just uniforms, but also like the headpieces, like headgear, headgear.
There is also helmet and also like other stuff.
Yeah, other stuff which we probably shouldn't keep enumerating because we don't want to spoil the surprise for everyone. But yes, there will be lots of anniversary themed cosmetics on the featured shop when our anniversary comes closer, which is on the 19th. Please keep it in mind, mark it in your calendars. We'll be having a special stream on the 19th, so...
I'm really looking forward to it.
I am too, like it's gonna be fun.
Last time it was super cool.
It was great, and it's not just something for the community to celebrate, it's also for us as a team.
Yeah.
It's a big milestone for us to be celebrating the game's anniversary. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. I talked to you about my unofficial app Into Your Last Devs Live. I sent an email, like he said, but no return. I'm really sorry that you didn't get a response. I'm not sure personally if I've seen the email myself. Oh.
I don't know if I want to kill him.
But he's wading in the water. Now he's out of the water. You can kill him now, maybe. I don't know.
I wasn't able to hit him actually, so
Rip.
he might be the lucky one today.
Alright. But yes, back to this. I'm really sorry that you didn't get a response to your email. Maybe you could just post it even on any of our social media, like tag us or put it under any of our posts on social media if you'd like. It will probably be easier that way, and if we would need to discuss it further, then we would probably then escalate it to emails. But I'm really sorry once more if you didn't receive a response. Have you checked your spam by any chance? Like, just making sure. It can happen. So yeah. Thank you for all the hard work. I enjoy what I do, and that's why I'm here. So, let's see what this chat has to say. Are you going to change the aiming to revert back to third person automatically after aiming down the sights? Oof, well, that would be a tricky feature to tweak. And I believe that we discussed it internally a couple of times, and the conclusion was that it just wouldn't be great to automate such functions for players. So, if that's something that the community would like, I know there was a suggestion once that they would like an option to have it, like turning it off and on, like switching from ADS to third person automatically. I mean, ADS. Yes, that order specifically. But also like having that option in place is gonna be tough for the team to implement because it's another feature to create.
At the same time, it's interesting suggestion for sure.
Yep.
Oh. Shouldn't be playing today.
Oh.
Well,
it was a long
unlucky
day.
that you are on stream.
Did you say that you were working on more graphics? Not the whole team. We have a graphic designer here, Petr, and he's working on graphics for the game because he's a graphic designer. So it's not the whole team that's working on that. It's Petr and our other graphic designers and UI designers and all that. So, no. A fun question for you guys. What's your favorite gun in the game? MGV. What is it? Why are you laughing? You're acting like you don't know me.
Yeah.
What's your favorite gun in the game?
Puko. Definitely, I want the golden skin, please.
Gun, please.
Okay, that's difficult to say.
Wasn't it the SVD one?
SVU, yes.
Oh, okay, SVU.
After the gun balance changing, it's not that powerful as it used to be, at least in my opinion. And I love good old AKM, to be honest.
Good old trusty AKM.
Yeah, it's low rarity but really reliable to me, so...
Useful. And what about you, Peter? What's your favorite?
I actually most of the time playing with L85, but I actually really love Grease Gun for some reason.
Because it's viable. It surprises people.
Yeah,
like.
because people think, here's a Grease Gun, but you actually can kill somebody with it. And it's always fun to kill with that gun.
Yeah,
and the recoil is really nice for me because I'm not that good with the controller, so like the recoil, it's better for me.
I want to see you having duel with MGV and Grease Gun.
Fight me, Peter! Let's go! Let's see what else the chat has to say. Make more PlayStation partners instead of just one and neglecting the PlayStation Twitch community. First of all, I'm sorry on behalf of the team that you feel that a specific part of the community is being neglected, but to be honest, a lot of people think that their specific community is being neglected, but we're doing our best to be everywhere at once. And if there are any people who would like to apply, specifically those who play exclusively on the PlayStation, if they play Vigor exclusively on the PlayStation, please feel free to send in your application and we'll have a look into it and see if they suit our if they suit our let's say partnership program, if they suit the requirements as well that we've got set over there. So yeah.
I saw the question, or it was not a question, but somebody was complimenting, not complaining, complimenting the looks of the game. And actually it wasn't made by me because I'm more focusing on UI and on the marketing assets.
Oh,
it was made by our technical designers, I think, or programmers. They were tweaking a lot of stuff, so it's like really nicer and smoother.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress. I think that we've grown a lot as a game.
Never finished. You always want to tweak something, so it's like a little bit better.
Oh, he's running away.
He doesn't want to be around you anymore. He's scared. Your bucket hat is freaking him out. Isn't the Vigor team pretty small? It is, actually. It's quite small.
How many people do we have now?
I don't think I'm allowed to tell it.
It's like small number.
It's a small number.
I think people would not expect like how small our team is.
No,
because like the game is pretty decent
solid.
And big. But like
yeah, so we're a very small team, but if anyone has any ballpark numbers, feel free. Oh shit.
But we have 2 Peters though.
Oh yeah.
That's most important.
2 Peters.
Who cares about the rest?
Right.
Okay. Goodbye then, I'm out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Okay. Let's see. What else the chat has to say? There have been many multiple and fantastic community members from the PlayStation side that applied, all receiving the same generic email response saying that they don't make the requirements when they do. Well, have you taken a look at our frequently asked questions page? It also mentions that just because you meet the requirements doesn't automatically mean that you will be accepted into the partnership. We look into other things as well, like behavior, approach. There are so many factors to put into this, as well as a history of Vigor content. I find it super suspicious when someone has 1,000 followers but they've only started streaming Vigor a month ago. That's very suspicious. Alright. Let's see what the chat has to say. You guys are doing amazing work, small team or not. Thank you very much. We're really happy to hear this. Even though we do get a lot of feedback about what we can improve in the game, we're aware that our efforts have not gone to waste in any way whatsoever. We know that with everything that we do, we're pushing the game towards a better and more stable state.
And at the same time, you can see sometimes in the chat that people are comparing the game to Fortnite or Call of Duty, which is quite an achievement to say.
Yeah, because I think that those games and those teams have... They have more resources than we've got on hand, for sure. So it's great that people in the same basket and comparing us to them. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. what the chat has to
Scared
say.
that there is another bomb in here.
Maybe you
Okay.
should heal up before walking around some more.
Yeah, I have only painkillers, but
Oh, well.
I don't think there is anyone left here.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ooh.
let's see. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Too far away.
You can still try.
Well, the radiation is quite...
Close. Alright.
Somebody's saying that it was his
monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily I don't
Oh.
have my headphones, otherwise I would
You
be
would have
jumping
heard
on the
it.
couch.
Yeah. Well, look, don't jump off the couch, please. Thank you. Let's see.
More shelter improvements would be nice. It would be definitely nice. At the same time, we want to aim for the stuff that we discussed and agreed before. I'm not saying that shelter improvements are not there. I'm saying that there are a lot of things that you can add to the game that will make the grind better, prolong it further, create some sort of end game to some level, and we are focusing at the moment on them because we've won them. We are working on them right now, but I would like to have more shelter improvements definitely.
Mm-hmm. We've also got a question on our YouTube. Does Vigor use the same engine as Daisy? No, we don't use the same engine at all.
Vigor is on Unreal Engine 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. So let's see what the chat has to say. The devs used to hate the comparison to COD. We still do, but we're trying to look at it in a positive way.
I was reading it, and actually we were compressing the team size
Yeah, like
and
the
not
output that
actual
they can
the
make.
game, because like our team is like so much smaller than
Please don't misconstrue our statements. It's not like that.
Yeah, that was definitely.
it's still like not totally, but different game and different playstyles and everything.
We're
we
talking
were just,
about the output and the outcome of
Yeah.
our small yet very skilled and highly capable team, as opposed to other games who have more resources available to them.
Yes.
Is Vigor prequel Daisy?
That's a funny one.
So it's different interpretation, like
Yeah.
we want the Vigor to be the Vigor, the game modes that we set up and then we pursued and not, I don't want to say invented, but we chose, and it's definitely not close to these games. I wanted to mention it just as a comparison because I've seen it in a chat regarding the team sizes and such. So.
Let's see what else the chat has.
We have
to
time
say.
for another game?
Depends. What kind of game are you looking into?
Probably
Maybe a shootout.
shootout.
Yeah, we would have time for a shootout. Then we would end the stream. Are you sad that you have to
No,
go
I
to
will get
Saturn?
raped again. So
Okay.
Okay. Things that need to be considered. Mass opening of crates. Really interesting idea. I know that a couple of games handle that, or there are a couple of games that it wasn't there originally, but they've added it as a feedback from the players, because it can. So you can open, for example, 5 crates with same rarity at once. So this is interesting idea that me personally I love it. Share ammo and weapons with team. That's more difficult to implement, and
It's also not something we want though,
yeah.
because
people can take advantage of it.
that
We would do many things for you, but like there is always people who take advantage of some features, and we need to like reconsider them.
and also it's a looting game as well, not just a shooter. So you have to make sure to share the loot with your teammate. Like, don't grab them all from the safe once you open them up. Just ask them what they need and tell them what's in there, and then split it accordingly. You gotta share. If you're in a team, you gotta work together. Alright, the third one, balance the LMGs. We had the last word on it earlier, so if you are curious to hear what we had to say about that, please watch our VOD later on. It will be on our YouTube and also available on our Twitch. And we will also be having a dev stream summary published, so stay tuned for that.
You guys should make Sackbrook the only map for map rotation. Nice. I've seen someone before asking if we can switch the maps in the rotation, because someone is apparently playing so much that he memorized the rotation.
Oh yeah,
Which I find very awesome. And we can consider that eventually.
Alright.
Puko is the only weapon.
Will there be any more Friday night fights with devs and partners? Yes, we could have more in the future, but it's a little bit busy. What with it's summer right now, so a lot of people could be away while others are here, and then vice versa. So it would be rather difficult to plan. Plus, it's our anniversary month, so August is one of the busiest months that we have actually. So though there won't be time for it this time in August, we would probably try and consider it later down the line for sure. Hyped for the anniversary stream. Glad to hear that. We also hope that everyone is trying their hand at the small activities we've been posting on our social media, while Peter is spraying at
Not
that guy.
shooting.
I said spraying! Spraying at that guy. I will just briefly go back to this, which is an example tweet of what we had on the 1st of August, which was a crossword. I think that some people had quite a tough time solving it, others not so much. But yeah, so we'll be posting small activities every day until the 19th, and we will also eventually be having a bigger community activity down the line closer to our actual anniversary date, which is August 19th. Alright, let's see. We've actually got a few minutes left. I think that we would actually have to end in the middle of the shootout.
Oh no.
Oh no, womp womp. Really sorry about that, but at least you got to see a bit of Peter running around with his hibiscus bucket hat.
Dying.
Oh, rip. But that guy's on a roll, so... And you're not doing too bad, see?
No, it's actually not that bad.
Alright, let's see what else the chat has to say before we go.
Add more tactical gear to the store.
What kind?
So, ghillie suit, bush suit.
Wookiee suit. Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we have Peter and Archie's t-shirts in-game?
Go!
I mean, they're quite stylish shirts.
I actually noticed.
Wait, you both have tigers on your shirts!
I actually noticed on the camera that I'm kind of camouflaging in the picture.
Are you? Oh yeah, well no, if you sat up a little bit you wouldn't be.
Okay.
It's just... Because you're not wearing green, so it's okay.
Alright.
Yeah, but I mean like the rocks on the...
So, it could be new tactical suit. New tactical
yeah.
t-shirt.
Whenever you're by the rocks on Fiske, you're gonna be camouflaged against them, I guess. Alright, let's see. Sometimes I would load into an elimination round without a loadout. Was that issue fixed?
I don't think so. Not yet. It's again quite rare and difficult to catch. And we also realized that there is issue when if you are looting a crate or interacting with a flag in the elimination at the end of the round, and the round ends, next round you are not able to shoot for that one round. So these issues are something we are we know where is it coming from. We just don't know yet all the specifics, but we should be able to squeeze it hopefully and make the fix as soon as possible. So we know about these issues, and if the round ends and you are taking the flag, I wouldn't be doing it now.
I love that pause at the end there, Archie. Okay, great.
Yeah. Working on it.
Alright. Well, last things before we go. It was the last death of Peter that you will see.
They were wearing the t-shirts because they lost a bet.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so before we go, just wanted to quickly sum up. Please keep an eye out on our socials for the daily anniversary activities that we've got for you. There will be newspaper style like activities, so crosswords, caption this, and all those assets are actually made by our great graphic
I was gonna
designer.
say you can see a lot of work made by me.
Yes, Peter made them, so
It's a lot of stuff lately.
you had the opportunity to get to know Peter a little bit on the stream. Hopefully he'll stop by more streams in the future. We will be having our special anniversary stream on the 19th of August. It will be 2 hours long, around that kind of length, I would say, and we would have more guests that time. And we will also be talking about a lot of things like how the game has grown and such. I can't spoil any more. We will also be having anniversary cosmetics and outfits and all the cool skins available on the shop the closer we get to the anniversary. We've also got a bigger community competition coming up with multiple winners, or with more chances of winning because there will be multiple winners. So stay tuned on that. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I missed out on. In any case, we will be having the VOD on our channel on Twitch and also on YouTube, and we'll also be having a stream summary posted on our website.
Anniversary hot tub stream.
No. How about that? Alright, so any last words, Peter, Archie? Start with Peter. Let's go with Peter first.
I don't know,
Which
like...
one?
I said Peter or Archie. Come on.
Okay.
You're Archie, okay? Don't lie to everyone.
Okay.
No, I think like I would just say like our community is really great. I'm sorry, and like I just want to say that you need to be patient about stuff. It's not that easy to make changes like every day. So we are working on many things and we are trying to improve. Listen to the feedback. So be patient, and we are trying delivering our best.
Like, there is anniversary coming, and it's been couple of years we've been doing this game since the game was released, and for me I can see the game is way more polished than it was, so I hope that this means we are going in correct direction, and then we are doing a great job, hopefully. I hope that you wouldn't be here otherwise if you wouldn't be enjoying the game and playing with us, and we're always trying to improve the game, to push it, polish it more, and to push it forward. So stay tuned with us. Thank you for you. You're awesome, and we will meet together on anniversary celebrations.
But before that, we will also be seeing everyone in the Outlands, I'm sure. So, but yes. Alright, thank you everyone for stopping by, and yeah, as I said, we'll see you in the Outlands. Thank you. Bye bye.
Ciao.